Welcome back to MVP Auto, your go-to place for all things with wheels, horsepower, and attitude. Today, we're taking a deep dive into something that feels like a time machine with turbocharged DNA. It's the new 2025 Ford F-150 Ranger 4X4, and before you think it's just another pickup, let me stop you right there. This truck is an homage to the legendary 1977 model, and Ford didn't just sprinkle some retro badging on it. No, they went all in. From the moment you lay eyes on it, you get hit with that unmistakable old-school vibe. The squared-off grille, the round headlights, even the slightly raised hood, it's like the 70s version was pulled straight from a vintage calendar and given a serious modern upgrade. But here's the twist, while it looks like 1977 on the outside, underneath it's pure 2025. Powering this beast is a 3.5L EcoBoost V6 that punches out a serious 400 horsepower and 500 pound-feet of torque. That's not just numbers on a spec sheet, that's real world, get out of the mud and climb the mountain type of power. Mated to a 10-speed automatic transmission, shifts are smooth whether you're cruising the highway or crawling over rocky trails. And yes, it's got the full-time 4x4 system with a locking rear differential, so whether you're heading into a snowstorm or deep into the backcountry, this thing's got your back. Let's talk suspension for a second. Ford's thrown in a reworked off-road tuned suspension setup with optional Fox shocks, the same kind you'd find in the Raptor line. That means you're not just getting capability, you're getting confidence. And honestly, it drives way smoother than you'd expect from something that looks like it came from the Carter administration. But what really sells this truck is the interior. Forget what you think you know about retro vehicles. Slide inside the 2025 Ranger 4X4 and you're greeted by a leather-wrapped cabin that mixes heritage with tech. Think brushed aluminum accents, two-tone seating stitched with classic Ford script, and a dash layout that somehow combines analog charm with digital functionality. There's a 12-inch touchscreen that runs Sync 5, wireless CarPlay and Android Auto, a fully digital gauge cluster that can be customized to show everything from pitch and roll angles to tire pressure and drivetrain info. It's like stepping into the future while holding hands with the past. One of the coolest features. Ford brought back the twin-stick transfer case. Yep, one for 4WD selection and another for low range. It's not just for show either. Off-roaders are going to love the tactile control this gives. It's the kind of detail Ford didn't have to include, but they did, and that's what makes this truck feel special. Now, fuel economy obviously isn't what this truck was built for, but Ford's managed to squeeze out a respectable 19 mpg combined. That's impressive considering the weight, the power, and the off-road gear this thing carries. And if you're towing, try 9,000 pounds. Not too shabby for something that looks like it belongs in a vintage action movie. And yes, the customization options are endless. Ford's offering this model in several trims, including a Heritage Edition with throwback decals, steel wheels, and a choice of vintage-inspired colors like Wimbledon white, desert tan, and sky blue. Want it looking like it just rolled out of a 1977 dealership lot? Done. Want to kit it out like an overlanding rig with a roof rack, tent, and auxiliary lighting? They've got you covered. Let's not forget safety either. The truck's packed with modern features, adaptive cruise control, lane keeping assist, automatic emergency braking, and a 360-degree camera system that makes parking this beast in tight spaces easier than you'd think. It's all the modern convenience you want, wrapped in a body that just oozes personality. So who's this truck for? Honestly, anyone who loves a blend of nostalgia and capability. Whether you're a die-hard Ford fan, an off-road enthusiast, or just someone who appreciates design that respects its roots, the 2025 Ford F-150 Ranger 4X4 is going to turn heads and stir hearts. That's it for today's breakdown. If you liked what you saw, hit that like button, subscribe to MVP Auto, and let us know in the comments, would you take this retro modern rig on your next road trip? Or would you keep it clean as a collector's gem? Either way, this truck is making waves, and we're here for it. Thanks for watching. We'll catch you on the next one. Outro music fades out.